So I want to discuss white privilege and a couple of other things, but I definitely want to discuss white privilege. Excuse me about this today is recycling day, so they're picking up the cardboard. But I definitely want to discuss what do people mean when they say you have white privilege, and moreover, why you shouldn't give a fuck. Okay, so let's first start off by saying most of the people that are screaming and shouting, you have white privilege, you have white male privilege, and all this other bullshit, they're idiots. They're absolutely out of their minds. All they're trying to do is find somebody to be the predator to their victimhood status, right? They're trying to fit in with everybody else because they either think they're going to get pussy that way, or they are just loco because they was taught by their moms and their teachers and all these other feminist women saying, oh, men are bad, right? So, yeah, you got some idiots out there. But that doesn't mean you don't have privilege as a white man, because you do. So first, let me give you a reference point. It's a simple one, and I'm not saying that this is universal. There may be white men out there that do not identify with this, but for the most part, the vast majority of white men do not fear cops. They look at them as public servants, right? When you get pulled over, you're not, antsy and nervous or anything, unless, of course, your shit is messed up, unless you're on a suspended license, you got a warrant, things of that nature. You clearly should be feeling very uneasy when you get pulled over. However, if your stuff is straight, more than likely you don't get nervous when you get pulled over by a police officer. I don't care how straight my paperwork is. I don't care how clean my license is. I don't care if nothing is wrong with my vehicle and I was doing exactly the speed limit when I got pulled over. In the event that I get pulled over, I immediately get nervous. It's just what it is. Now, statistically, my fear isn't backed up by the numbers. Statistically, you're more likely as a white man to get shot by a white cop than I am. Far more likely to get shot. That doesn't change the fact that it makes me uncomfortable to get pulled over. With all the things that's going on with, being targeted and profiled and pulled over and pulled out the car for blah, 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 blah. Even when I see the vast majority of people who got pulled out of their car was being some assholes and deserved it, in my opinion, it doesn't change the fact that I still get nervous and uncomfortable. I'm a big dude. I'm 260 pounds and I'm trying to lose some weight. And even then, I'm a still big motherfucker. So if anything did go down, it won't go down fun. It will be a tug of war. Now, I'm not going to resist the arrest. I'm going to just throw my hands up and be like, yo, whatever you want me to do, just tell me. But even then, I don't know how his day went. So I get scared. It's just what it is. So that's something that you enjoy that I don't. All privilege really is one group, for whatever reason, whether it's because of their sex, their race, their sexual orientation, whatever, they have something or can do something. Well, right now have something, get something or do something you cannot do or another race or sex cannot get. That's just what it is. Which brings me to the point why you shouldn't give a fuck when somebody says you have white privilege. Everybody has privilege. Everybody in this country have privilege. Everybody in this country enjoys something that someone else cannot do or cannot get simply because of their sex or their color. Every one of us have this shit. Okay? Black men can say whatever the fuck we want, when we want, how we want it. Right? And we don't have to worry about some heavy ass backlash. You don't enjoy that. The only time that I'm really censored is at work. And that's kind of the place that I should be censored, right? I mean, this is a workplace. You shouldn't be talking about crazy stuff at work. Even if it's a low key period or it's the lunchroom. You shouldn't do that because, hey, this is work. You know what I'm saying? People don't really want to be here anyway. And I get why people fraternize because, you're trying to make the day light or whatever. But it still shouldn't hold certain conversations. So I understand that. But other than that, I can say whatever hell I want on social media, on my YouTube videos. No, I can say whatever I want. Now, once I get to a certain point in life where I can be punished for what I say, then I will be censored. Only on the strength that, because I don't want to lose what I have. But everybody is under that gun. Women, men, even children. If you got something that can be taken, they can use that against your freedom of speech. This is why I'm so happy that Trump signed in that order where freedom of speech is safe on college campuses. And he should do that on the internet as well. I hope he does do that. But anyway, women enjoy privileges that we just don't have as men, right? If you are in a burning building with a woman, it does not matter what you contribute to your family. It does not matter what you've done for your state or your country. It does not matter at all how important you are as a person, not a man, but as a person. If you are in a burning building, both your legs could be blown off because the goddamn gas pump blew right in front of you. This woman could be fully functional, able to walk, run, and everything. They would still escort her out of the building before they get your ass. That's just a privilege that women have being women. It's just what it is. Gay people, they can do and say things that we as men, and even women these days, because transgender are fucking it up too, they can do and say things that we cannot do or say without being scrutinized. Now, there's a difference between being able to do it and doing it and getting away with it. And that's the point right there. You won't get away with it as a white man. You just won't get away. You won't get away with it. I mean, women in this country, even blacks are doing it these days, which is absolutely crazy. But women in this country, for the most part, are trying to castrate white men. And I think black men are going to come soon after that. But white men are getting eradicated in this country. All right? Something you cannot do, they can do, and then be hypocritical about it. Like, they'll go and say something like, it's not fair that there's not more women CEOs. Then turn right around and applaud the couple who got sentenced for being racist in front of a black boys' party. And the man gets 13 years, whereas his female counterpart, who was there doing just as much yelling and racial shit, get 6 fucking years. And they'll applaud that shit. Like, wait, what? How is it that you're okay with this ruling? And then turn right around and say, we need equal reputation when it comes down to CEOs. Women can get away with that. But if you as a white man come on YouTube with your white face and your curly hair, well, whatever kind of hair you have, and you say, hi, my name is so-and-so, I work at XYZ making XYZ dollars, and I think this bullshit is wrong, you will lose your damn job. They will dox you. They will come after you 110%. That's why so many MGTOW YouTubers cover their identity, because they don't want to be outed and be destroyed simply because of their opinion, which in many cases is right. So this is why you shouldn't give a fuck about people screaming about white privilege. Because out of all the races and sexes in this country, all 53 of them, because, you know, you got dumbasses running around saying there's more than 2 sexes, whatever. Or genders. They use the word genders because they don't like the word sex. Sex is too aggressive. Well, fuck you. Anyway. So, out of all the races, all the sexes, all the cultures, all the sexual orientation, people, whatever, you have by far the least amount of privileges that you enjoy that no other race, sex, or culture enjoys. The least. This is why you shouldn't give a fuck. When a woman comes up to say, you got white privilege, white male privilege, really? And you say that because when I look at your privileges, I can list 50. You can maybe list 5 for me. And I can do that in a drunken stupor. It's just what it is. So don't care that they scream and shout that you have white privilege. And all you motherfuckers out there running around screaming, this person has white privilege and you have white male privilege and you have this type of privilege and all that other shit. Go fuck yourself. Because you have privilege too, motherfucker. And you're not going to run around and try to get rid or give up your privileges. Right? You're not doing that. You enjoy your privileges just like anybody else will enjoy theirs. So stop being so fucking hypocritical and get your fucking head out your ass. That's my video.